Okay, next unit, chapter 7. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply all the same concepts we did with rationals, we did with graphing, we did with intercepts, we did with all that stuff, but we're going to apply it to absolute value and reciprocals. Right? Now, all you got to remember is absolute value is the distance from 0. Is distance negative? No, you don't. Right? Even if you talk about, you go scuba diving, right? You go underwater, which you would assume is negative distance. But do you say, I went down negative 10 meters?
No, you went down 10
You went down 10 meters, or you went to a depth of 10 meters, right? It's still positive, even though it's like this direction, right? Right?
So whether you're going opposite, like going up the number, but when you go down to low sea level, it's still going up?
It's still going up, but it's just going a different direction. It's still a positive number, right? We just modify it by saying, hey, we're either going to an altitude of 10 meters or a depth of 10 meters, right? They're the same number. So all you have to remember, guys, is when you're talking about absolute value, it is the distance from 0, and it is always positive. Okay, so have you seen these little brackets before, these lines? They mean absolute value. That's all they mean. 2 straight bars, absolute value. You put them around something if you want the absolute value of a number. Okay, so what is the absolute value of 3? How far is it from 0? 3. Okay, so it is 3. Oh, that was easy. Okay. It's going to get tricky now. What's the absolute value of negative 7? Because that's the distance from 0. Okay. Next question. We actually have the absolute value of 4 minus the absolute value of negative 6. Hang on. You have to treat absolute value like a set of brackets. So you do those first. Okay, what is the absolute value of 4? 4 minus, what is the absolute value of negative 6? 6. What is 4 minus 6? Negative 2. So you could end up, when you have an absolute value question, you could end up with a negative answer. Is that correct? Now, you have to look at where the absolute values are. Now, if I had put big absolute values around this whole thing, this around the 4 minus the negative 6, then it'd be positive 2, right? Man?
I thought you said it's negative 6.
No, I said we're talking about absolute value. You can't have the absolute value of something being negative. But we're not doing the absolute value. We actually did the math first. We did the absolute value of 4 and the absolute value of negative 6, and then we actually had to do the subtraction. So you could end up with a negative answer. Okay, try the next one. See if you can do this one on your own. What do you do first? Do you do the? No, you do not. You do the 2 minus 7 first. Treat it like brackets. So you guys, bed math, right? The basic bed math comes into play. Do the brackets first. You're going to do the 2 minus 7 first. See if you can come up with an answer, and then we'll see if you did it right. Just take a minute. What? I said, then we'll check to see if it's right. Why is there paper all over the floor? Blake, please.
No, I was on my paper. What your paper? Your paper.
Okay, let's see what we get here. So 5 minus 3 times, what's 2 minus 7? Okay, so really, okay, let me show you all the steps. I'll do it with all the steps. You can start skipping steps in a minute. So that's going to be negative 5 like that, right? Okay? So then 5 minus 3 times positive 5, right? Because the absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5. Okay? Then what do we do next? The subtraction or the multiplication? Multiplication, right? So 5 minus 15, and we end up with negative 10. Did you get negative 10? No, I can see by the erasers going that. No, him. Negative 10. Yeah? Of course you got it. You're wearing Hollister. Do you know why you got positive 10 on that? Did you take the opposite value of the negative 10? Is that what you did?
I just subtracted that and I did 2 times 5.
Oh, okay. Okay. You got to be careful of that, right? You got to treat it.
I don't need it, but
Do it that way. Okay, try the next one on your own. Give it a shot. Now, guys, if you notice, just stop. Just stop. Look at this kind of, it's called kind of holistically. Like we're talking about the big view, right? The big picture. What are those absolute values? They're on the outside, right? So no matter what you get, it's going to be positive. Okay, so think about that as you do the question. So try to do the question, see what you get. Nope. Yeah, give me something of value. No, I said a value. I'll just take this.
Okay.
I'll take that too. Just do the question. Come on, guys. You can do this without a calculator.
I can't.
You really don't need a calculator to do this question.
Take it away.
What'd you get? 2? What'd you get? 2? What'd you get? What'd you get? 2? Did you get it 2?
Wait, hold on.
Did you get it 2? I got 2. No, never mind.
I messed up last night.
Okay, so let's see what we get here. So absolute value. So what do you do first, though?
5 minus 7.
Okay, so you do the stuff that's 5 minus 7, which is negative 2 squared plus 6, right? We do that first. Yeah, now what do we do next? The square, the exponents, right? So we go negative 2 squared, which is positive 4. So we end up with negative 2 times positive 4 plus 6. Now what do we do next?
Negative 2 times 4.
Okay, so negative 2 times 4 is negative 8 plus 6.
Go away.
We end up with the absolute value of negative 2, which is positive 2.
Did it?
Does that make sense? Do you remember this stuff? I mean, you learned absolute value a long time ago. Oh, no. Okay. Well, now you know. Guys, all you have to remember is, hey, absolute value is the distance from 0. And distance is always positive. Now, that doesn't say that you couldn't have a negative answer, right?
Yeah.
You can have a negative answer, but it depends on where the absolute value signs are, right?